Hi everyone. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good evening. Languages are mixing in my head. The funny thing of this translating thing is that whatever I do every day, even if I am not doing anything, I translate everything in my head constantly. I'm getting used to live like that. Maybe in 2022, I would be able to work as a translator, doing it bad, but I will be able to do it. And I am so sorry for those who can't stand that I translate myself every sentence. But sorry, this is the faster and only way. And also I have to thank to all the people that I know they speak other languages, and even if your main language is not Spanish, neither English, you are doing the effort to understand everything, so thank you. So let's begin with the topic for today, which is related to the heart, and that would be a hunch. So first of all, to understand that that we call this hunch in English. Hunch doesn't have a specific origin known, at least, but is related with the pressure, the push of something that is putting pressure and pushing ahead. Okay, so we usually call that a hunch, and it's related with the heart because it's something that you feel when you are like being pushed ahead, and you feel this this feeling that, oh, this is something that I have to do. Now I get it. Now I know what I have to do. These feelings makes your heart beat so fast that it's like the heartbeat, the one that push you, and it's related to the hunch. A hunch is the pushing forward. So it's like your heart pushing you forward, something like that. So the concept of hunch is related with something that is moving us ahead. So important thing to understand is the difference between a hunch and intuition, because a hunch is something that pushed me to move, to go forward, to take action into something. And intuition is related to the idea of seeing something, pre-visualize something before it happens. So it's more about perceive what could happen than to take action on that. So this is why we will relate much more the intuition with the head, with the thinking, and the hunch with the heart, with the emotional. So the main difference is that there is some people that are more intuitive, that maybe can say, I can see what is going to happen. I can pre-visualize to perceive what is coming ahead. That's intuition. And in the other hand, the hunch would be more from the heart, because it's much more about feeling what you are going to do, what you have to do. So the heart can only feel. It's like blind, cannot see what is going to happen. It's only feeling. So the reason why I put the hunch in the mind and not in the soul is because it's more related to the planification of your development than only about feelings. So this topic takes us to this dichotomy, which is mind and emotion, which is brain and heart. So we, in this spiritual world, we used to say, I have to follow my heart and not be so logical. Don't allow the mind to control your heart. But also, even if spiritual people say, I have to follow my heart, we usually say we have to learn how to control our emotions. So what's the truth? What should we follow? That's why we're talking about hunch. So first of all, let's try to understand how this works in our matter. So our brain is the conjunction of neurons, which is cells. Neurons are cells. And these cells share information through a process that we call synapses. Synapses is this process of sending electrical pulses from one cell to another, and that creates information. So the brain is a whole network of neurons sending pulses, electrical pulses, sharing information from one cell to another, and they receive that information from the pulses of the nervous system, which is connected to the spine, and from there to every nerve in the body. So every nerve by pulses receives this data, and the brain with the neurons decodify this data. Okay? So the brain is like a machine that decodes and organizes information. So it's like a machine that it's predicting constantly the information. It works with prediction. And what this means, that the brain is storing the information like in boxes relating to all the colors, or one color. Everything that has this color goes in this folder. Everything that has this shape goes in this folder. So it organized like in a library from A to Z, the whole information. Okay, so whenever you look for some specific information from some data, you find a concept, what the brain does is to look for that concept in each one of the books from A to Z and take all what it can find and put it all together so you can have an idea. So the brain is a machine of prediction. And why? Because when you throw a concept, your brain for sure will take all information from that concept just in case it's related with what you are trying to talk about. So if I say, for example, red, maybe your brain will say apple, communist, blood, heart, and they put all that together. So suddenly you have different concepts, not related to each other, no idea, but the brain says, I am predicting that maybe your topic will be related with these issues. So this is why it's a prediction machine. So the brain, what it does is to use intuition as a way to predict things. So intuition, remember, it means to stare at something very focused. So intuition means to stare. So this means that when you look deeply into something, like the color red, your brain is now able to find all the predictable information regarding to red. So that's why you can have the intuition of something that is going to happen, because your brain is trying to bring all that information. So now we leave the nervous system of the brain and we go to the circulatory system of the heart. So first of all, we have to understand that the heartbeat is not because the heart is moving, it's because of the pressure of the blood. So depending on the pressure that the blood puts on the heart will beat faster or slower. So this blood pressure will go through the body by these tubes that we call veins and artery, and this movement of the blood will be faster if they open and smaller if they close. So it's about the contraction or the expansion of the veins and the arteries that the blood pressure goes through, and it moves faster or slower. So the reason why this happens, these veins and arteries expand or contract, is because of the adrenaline, which is the adrenaline that is producing these contractions in the vein system, and this adrenaline is produced in the adrenaline glands, the adrenal glands that are over the kidneys. So the reason why this adrenaline activates the blood pressure around the body is because when something is happening around that I have no much time to react, my brain captures this information from the senses and informs the adrenal glands that we need a lot of blood pressure to prepare the muscles, the organs, the bones, the brain to be really active in order to prepare for a fast action that I cannot meditate, that I have to act very fast. So that's why the adrenaline starts to push the blood towards every one of the organs and muscles. So everyone has the pressure to work and to act with faster. And this is why the heart starts to beat faster. So this feeling of the blood pressure moving around and how the heart beats faster can be either because you are about to have an accident and you feel that, and so your body is trying to prepare for whatever is going to happen. And also it could happen when you are in love, which an accident and feeling in love for the body is most the same, because it means that you have no idea what is going to happen. You have no idea how to react to that situation. So that's why the body thinks, okay, I have to put blood all over the body because I have no idea what is going to happen. Just in case, the body must be prepared. Okay, so basically this is why when we fell in love, we feel this heartbeat. It's not because love, it's because the adrenal glands thinks that maybe we are gonna die. So it's kind of like the body saying, oh my god, it's possible that I can die, I don't know what to do. So this takes all the romantic stuff to love and to the heart, but anyway, it's kind of like it works. So what do we feel in that moment? What we feel is that we have no limits, that we are capable of anything. We can do whatever. So this feeling of adrenaline, this feeling of I can do whatever, is the body, the circulatory system, saying to me, hey, do whatever, because I am ready for everything. So don't worry, this will be okay. It doesn't happen, it doesn't matter what happens, the solution will be perfect because I am working for the whole body to be notified about all this. So it's all perfect and good. And this is when we understand the difference between brain and heart. So the brain says, the brain says, okay, I've seen this. Where I've seen this before. So I start to look for information. I've seen it here, there. Oh, okay. Now I get it. Now I know what is this about. So be careful because I've seen this before. And then we have, in the other hand, the heart, that the circulatory system says, okay, I see the situation. I have no idea what it is, but I'm getting ready. Let's go. It doesn't matter if it's good or bad. I don't care. Let's go. Pa! That's the difference. I guess now you see why. So this is why when the people is positive and they say, it doesn't matter what happened, you have to move forward, you have to evolve, everything is going to be good. Usually is the people that says, you have to live through the heart. The heart is the only way. So the people from the mind is the one that says, be careful, because it's all good with going ahead, but you have to check every step you give. You have to know that maybe you can fall down, so you have to be patient. And also, you're going there, maybe it's going to rain. Do you have an umbrella? That's the mind people. So this is how the mind people is the one that says, be careful when you run under the rain, because maybe a lightning can fall on you. I've seen that happening. And also, maybe you can get a cold. So be careful. It happened to me before. Okay? So just pay attention, and it's okay, all the feelings, but take a deep breath, think it twice, don't rush. Control your emotions. That's a great difference. So now the question would be, which one is the best one? Which one should I follow? None of them. I should follow none of them. I have to use them as tools, but not to follow them. Because if I follow the mind, the brain, it will try to control the emotions of my heart. And if I follow the heart, it will just kill myself, because there's no thinking. It goes like a bull anywhere. So what I have to do is to find the balance of the tools. They are tools. So this is why we can understand now the hunch. A hunch is this movement, this pulse from the heart that tells me I have to move forward. I have to do something. I have to take action in this. Even if I have no idea if it's good or a bad result, what is going to happen, but I have to do it. Somehow within me, something is saying, I have to do it. My heart is saying, I have to do it. So the thing is that we have to picture like if the hunch of the heart is like a car, and in the mind, I have the intuition. I have to, and the intuition is the driver of the car. So I have to use intuition to guide me in my hunch, because the driver by itself, without the car, can't arrive faster to anywhere. It will take a long time to reach a place. But a car by itself, it's an accident for sure. Okay? So I have to use the intuition of my mind and the hunch of my heart so I can find balance between both of them. So, to understand in the universe how intuition works, intuition is like a tuning fork. Okay? You picture a tuning fork? So, you have a tuning fork, and then you hit one of them, and by resonance, it starts to vibrate the other exactly the same, imitating by intuition the same frequency. So that would be okay. So that's intuition. It's like one neuron, another neuron connected. So what a hunch is? A hunch is the energy that hits the tuning fork. Okay, so it's the heat of the tuning fork, is the energy, the positive and negative energy that moves this vibration in order to create situations to move forward. So this is why one and the other cannot work by separate. They need constantly one to another. There is no vibration and resonance of intuition without the heat of the energy that makes it vibrate. So they both need each other. And this is why, in order to develop my intuition, I need to follow my hunches. So let's go to the information for today. The vibration for today is Yi. The statement for today is, I am the dimension of the soul. The code for today is the icosahedron. According to the Atlantean vision, this geometrical figure represents the air, for its vertices aim high, like the peaks of the mountain, towards the atmosphere, towards the pure air and the wind. It is made of 20 faces, 30 edges, and 12 vertices. Its sides contemplate the negative and positive aspects of the dimensions and main chakras, being the 30 edges the path from the same dimension traveled by the spirit, the soul, and the body, 10, 10, 10, opening the portals, 12, of a sphere. So let's go to the alignment. It's funny, I was thinking that it's funny that at the end of these alignments next year, you always say, I love you from my pancreas, and I fall in love with you from my adrenals. My kidneys are in love with you. It's a funny way to see it. We begin to relax the body, to sit comfortable. And we remember, as we relax, that we come from being below the mud and the earth, becoming seeds in between the roots of the tree of life. Take a deep breath, absorbing all the nutrients of this mud within the seed that I am. And from there, I begin to extend my roots to the depth of the earth. And towards above, I extend my first leaves, listening to the animals in the forest. I begin to grow fast aside the tree of life, reaching the branches and its leaves. With my hands, I accompany the shape of this flower that is willing to open, reaching the sun above the other trees. I start to see all the trees from above, the birds and the savannah with all the animals. I get higher and higher, being impulsed by my inner self to flower, much more open, watching the light around me. As I go up, I begin to feel and to see the whole rainforest, the forest, the savannah, and the coast with the ocean in the horizon. I can see everything, reaching the skies with the eagle. And I feel surrounded by the light of the sun, the white color of the clouds, and the light blue of the sky. I can see the whole sky and the ocean. I start to go out to the space, and now I can see the light shining on the earth. And in the horizons, I can contemplate Africa. I can see Europe, Middle East, Asia. As I move around the planet, I can see the Americas, the Pacific Ocean, Oceania, and Antarctica. All the earth is shown in front of me, and lighted with clarity. And I recognize that my heart beats in resonance with the heart of earth. And from the pulse that takes me to leave, I sing. I recognize and set the intention to follow my hunches with the guide of my intuition. For I am the dimension of the soul. I am the dimension of the soul. I am the dimension of the soul. And with my hand, I take the sphere of earth and light it, and I bring it to my heart. Feeling the light irradiate from my heart to every direction. So I can say, I see, I see, I see. I see with clarity each pulse of my life. I see that with my heartbeat, I create the path in front of me. I see. I take this consciousness all around my body by caressing, stretching, until I come back here and now, opening my eyes. Thank you everybody for being there, for sharing every day, and as always, see you tomorrow at the same time. And for the English people, I remind you that tomorrow in the Campus RCN we have the conference, the workshop related to EdFu. So I hope to see you there, and thank you for being part of the foundation. Bye.